Across America, folks who keep food on our tables and goods on the move are taking a major hit. Farmers are up against some of the toughest times we've seen in years. And the trucking industry is struggling as well, just to keep the wheels turning. Some major trucking companies have actually had to shutter operations under added strain. NewsNation's Xavier Walton is here with us this morning. What is driving the back-to-back crisis in farming and trucking right now, and how might that ripple through the economy?
Hey, Marni. Well, it's a number of things, and the ripple effect for consumers, people like you and me, honestly, when you go to the grocery store, potentially you could start to see higher prices down the road. Also, fewer items on shelves. Some items might be missing. So those are definitely some of the ripple effects. But big picture here, this has been going on, at least when you talk about farming, in that industry for years and years and years, and it's really been piling on. When you talk about the farm sector debt, which you look at it here, it continues to climb. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, debt expected to reach a record $561.8 billion this year, up from 3.7% last year, 2024. Farmers say, these higher costs for foreign importers have lowered foreign demand, leading to more price reduction on America's agricultural exports. Some farmers are saying, they can't survive on low crop prices with input costs at an all-time high. But perhaps, a bigger challenge facing the farming industry, a vanishing workforce. Often due to recent ice raids, the labor shortage for U.S. agriculture expected to exceed, you see that number, 400,000 jobs. President Trump, while in Scotland, spoke about supporting American farmers and their love for the work.
A lot of these farmers, they don't make a lot of money, but it's a way of life, and they love their way of life, and they love that dirt. That dirt is the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. They love it. I mean, they're farmers. They love doing it. They don't know how to do anything else, but they don't want to do anything else.
So despite the current debt and workforce challenges that are, testing many farmers' approval of President Trump, roughly 70% of U.S. farmers believe Trump's tariffs are actually going to strengthen the ag industry, and that's according to a recent survey by Purdue University. And there are provisions in the big, beautiful bill that certainly do help ranchers. They help farmers as well, but they're not, farmers aren't the only ones holding out hope, at least moving forward.
And what about the trucking industry, Xavier? What are some of the challenges that industry is facing right now?
And really, Marni, it's been some of the same challenges they've been facing for several years. That's why we came to a truck stop here this morning. And a lot of the things that they've been facing, started before the pandemic and then were only magnified during the pandemic. But we're talking about, the overall demand for freight below historical averages, if you will, which industry experts will tell you, it's an indication that shippers are moving goods efficiently, but they're also, proceeding with caution. You got rising fuel prices, another issue with historically high diesel fuel prices. And then this is something that's been plaguing the industry for a while now, truck driver shortages and retention, a major speed bump. Adding to that, too, new technology. You're talking about autonomous trucks, self-driving big rigs. They're not taking over the roads just yet, but when they do, it's certainly going to kind of reshape the industry as a whole. So all of that combined, it really is an extremely tough time for the trucking industry.
Yeah, it is. All right, Xavier, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.